former Egyptian striker Mido and myself, I'll join myself and Andy Townsend in yesterday's show, Gab. He gave us a bit of an exclusive as he revealed that his fellow countryman Mo Salah could be on his way to Saudi no later than this summer.
Yes, I know. They've been maybe a couple of meetings between the Saudi investment group and Liverpool and Salah's representatives, and I know that there is a deal in hand for Salah to go to Saudi, especially that he's running out of contract now. He has one more season to go, so I think it's the right time for everybody, for Liverpool, to get some money out of Salah. I mean, they bought him for 40 million pounds. And he's been a bargain for them, of course. So if they can sell him for 150 million euros when he's 31, this would be a bargain for Liverpool.
Unbelievable. I've got to ask you, what do you think?
I think he's spot on. What he's saying, in the sense that Mo Salah's got 1 year left, if that's correct. If a club is going to pay over 100 million
yeah, for a
32 in June.
Yeah.
So by the time the season starts next season, it'll be 32. Jurgen Klopp's leaving. He's won it all at Liverpool. Won the big two trophies, Champions League and the Premier League. Just makes sense, doesn't it, for Liverpool as well, financially? You know, like, we talk about financial fair play now. Like, can Liverpool afford to let Mo Salah go on a free transfer the year afterwards? I can't see it. And I think it makes sense. You know, I think it's somewhere that he would want to go as well, to go and play over there. And he's done it all at Liverpool. I mean, the goals he scored, 152 goals, 240 games. Just seems right, doesn't it, this summer?
I tell you, I know, I'm just thinking Liverpool losing Klopp and Salah, incredible. Now, Salah was, mentioned there, Gab, was linked with a move to Saudi Arabia last summer, but decided to stay in the Premier League. It's the fact we're willing to pay £150 million for the Egyptian signature. Joining us now for more on this is Redmen TV presenter Dan Clubbe. Dan, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Dan.
Yeah, no problem at all. How are you doing, fellas? You okay?
We're doing great, Dan. I mean, this obviously is a possibility. We know the stories, as we said last year. Two questions for you, Dan. The first one is, can you see Salah leaving in the summer? And what a blow. How much of a blow do you think this would be to Liverpool, losing arguably their key man and their coach and manager?
Yeah, first and foremost, it would be a massive blow, and one that would be really difficult to overcome in lots of senses as well. I think Klopp's news obviously came as a surprise to the whole fan base, and if that was to be followed by Mohamed Salah's exit, I mean, regardless of what you say about his age, his numbers remain consistent. He remains absolutely phenomenal. He is absolutely key to what we do and the way we play football. We've seen that in recent weeks whilst he's been absent. So, yeah, if he was to depart this summer, it would be a significant loss. Of course it would. But I think in terms of potential of him going, I mean, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a concern. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a topic, because, as you both alluded to a moment ago, obviously all the speculation, all the uncertainty really last summer, and especially when you are considering the sheer level of finance that we're getting spoken about. There was people within the fan base thinking, is this too good to turn down? Does this get to a number whereby FSG, the owners, simply can't say no anymore? And I think, as you both referenced there, like with his contract being up next summer, I do wonder whether this is a pivotal summer for him, because obviously we know Richard Hughes now is in as sporting director. He's either got to tie him down to a new deal or sell him for my money, because, as you both say, you can't let someone of that value, of that importance, leave for free. It doesn't help the business model at all.
Who do you think, if they sold Salah, Dan, who out there would you think that Liverpool would look to go and bring in to take his place? Because we know you've got loads of options on the left. You've got like Nunez can play on the left if needed. Diaz, Jota can play on the left. But on the right-hand side, not as much options, is there?
No, absolutely, yeah. If he was to leave, there's no two ways about it. There would have to be a replacement. How like for like that can be, I'm not quite sure that exists, to be honest, because Mo Salah is Mo Salah. I think the closest you actually get to it in the Premier League is Bukayo Saka, to be honest. I don't see that being a possibility. And there's someone out of PSV, Johan Bakayoko, who is an option potentially for it. He's very similar. I think we go and do something smart, someone young, someone a little bit on the cheaper side, and hope they blossom into being something even close to Mohamed Salah.
I was going to say to you, mate, where are the Liverpool supporters on this, because nobody loves their football as much as Liverpool fans. They're an intelligent bunch, and I think they're probably the same opinion as yourself. The one thing I would say is I thought actually Liverpool, I wouldn't use the word struggle, but I thought when Sadio Mane left, I thought he would be quite difficult to replace. And it's like anything else, I suppose, Dan, there's nobody at any stage bigger than the football club, and I think it was proved to a certain degree with somebody like Sadio Mane, because you've ended up, some of the players that have come on, whether it's Jota and Luiz and Big Nunes, there's always a replacement around.
Yeah, absolutely there is. Yeah, and what I will say just on that as well is Liverpool, although Klopp is leaving, as you've referenced already, like we've not really been better placed to replace someone of that ilk for a little while, because Michael Edwards is back in the building now. Richard Hughes is coming in as sporting director, as I mentioned. So it does feel like the structure behind the scenes is better than it has been for a little while. So if Salah was to leave, that I am confident that we would find someone who could take up that void and sort of carry the mantle on. But you're absolutely spot on. Like, we were fortunate that we already had Diogo Jota in the building with Sadio Mane left, because he picked up a lot of that slack, because he's just sensational, Jota. But you're right, big boots to fill, no two ways about it. And it's going to be a really interesting summer for Liverpool. There's quite a bit of upheaval going on, as we're talking about. It feels like maybe not as much as last year, when obviously we lost the captain and vice captain and the whole midfield stuff, but it is still a very important summer on the horizon.
Dan, would it be fitting, though, if the Liverpool owners, chief executives, know that Mo Salah is going to leave? Would it be fitting that the fans know by that last game of the season at home, when it's going to be emotional for Jurgen Klopp? Could they use that as a chance to be like Mo Salah's farewell game as well?
Yeah, I think in an ideal world, quite possibly, we had that with Bobby Firmino last season. Obviously, the whole fan base knew, and it was a really, really emotional send-off. There was stuff in sort of the build-up to the game. There's a mural unveiled by the ground at Anfield as well. So that was really, really special. I think Mo Salah deserves that in much the same way. Obviously, Jordan Henderson didn't get that. Someone like Fabinho didn't get that either. So, yeah, I do think there's ways in which to do it. Maybe that depends where we're at in terms of the title race and perhaps even the Europa League and stuff like that. So I think in an ideal world, I'll come back to it, depends on circumstances. Yes, we would all be clear and there will be clarity on his future, because if anyone deserves a send-off from what he's done at Liverpool, it's Mohamed Salah.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.